Well, hello, Max. He's saying hello. If you are just joining, let me know where you are joining from. Yes, I hear you, buddy. He is just saying hello. Hey, Tracy, how you doing? I just saw your most recent post, and oh my gosh, you just amaze me. I don't know why we haven't done a live stream together yet, because I think you need to be teaching us some things. They are incredible. Okay, I am looking for, here we go. I am looking for this so that I can follow along with your comments. So, oh my gosh, you work so fast. I can't believe how fast you go through albums. It's just incredible. I'm going to be using a pencil and a pretty thin fine liner. I think this is the 0.1, but you can use whatever you want. Yes, bud, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. So, let's see. All right. Now that I've got that rocking and rolling, there we go. Let's get started. We are making dandelion inversions. So I thought this would be easy and fun. Oh, he's a mess. He's a mess, Donna. He's a mess. He wants to go sit his behind in the grass is what he wants to do. All right. So I'm trying to decide if I want to make 2 big dandelions or if I want to do a bunch of little smaller ones. I'm probably going to do some smaller ones just because. Just because. Hey, Monica, how you doing? All right, so I'm going to take my pencil, and since I know I'm going to do some smaller ones, I'm going to make maybe 3 on each page or something like that. So let's do this. Very lightly with my pencil, I am going to draw out a little flower shape, like, I know you can hardly see that. Okay, a little flower shape. Then I'm going to go around it with another little flower shape, a little wobbly circle. And then another wobbly circle that grows a little bit bigger. Okay, and we're going to make, I don't know, a few of them. So I'm going to make a little circle, a bigger circle, and a bigger circle. A little circle. Let me put it where you can see it. Oh, thanks for the rose. I'm doing good, Monica. I'm doing good. All right, a little circle, a bigger circle, and a bigger circle. So this circle kind of intersects with these other circles. Make that a little bit darker. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll make another one down here. So a little circle, a bigger circle, and a bigger circle. And we'll let one live up here too. A little circle. I'll probably have regrets doing these small like this, but you know, it's my paper and I do what I want. I'll make mistakes if I want to make mistakes. All right. Okay, so I've got a total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I've got a total of 5. We're going to rock and roll with that. Yes, this is the shiny paper. It sure is. This is the shiny paper. So hopefully my ink will kind of glide across this pretty well. As a matter of fact, I'm going to use a smaller pen I'll probably have regrets doing this, but no regrets. All right, so I'm using the 0.05. But you can use whatever you want. If you have a bigger sheet of paper, then you can certainly use a bigger pen. It'll all be okay. All right, we are going to make inversions, and I think I'm going to make them all the same on this page, and then on the next page, I'll make them different. Hey, Lindsay, how you doing? So for this page, I'm going to start all of my flowers in the middle. So I'm going to draw a middle point in every one of these. I will probably certainly have regrets doing that. Hey, Cheryl. I did. I surprised you today. Surprise! I'm not usually live at 5 p.m. on a Wednesday, but surprise! Here we are now. Oh, thanks for the gift. Okay, so we're starting each one of these in the middle of the flower. So I'm just going to start, let's just start with this one right here because it's forward facing. Oh, thanks for the paper crane. Those are my favorite. All right. So yes, I'm just going to start right here. Let's see if I can make it focus. That's as good as we're going to get. All right. And I'm going to draw just straight lines that move all the way to the far edge. So straight lines that move all the way to the far edge. If I can get my pen to touch the paper. That's what I'm going to do. All the way to the far edge. I would suggest not pressing very hard because we're going to keep coming back to this center point. You don't want to tear a hole in your page. Just throwing that out there. Let's see if I can move this better so you can see it better and I can see it better. There we go. That's better. All right. So we're just going to keep drawing lines out from this center point all the way to the edge. All the way to the edge. And we're going to be layering this. If I can get my pen to touch the paper. You can make your lines as close or as far apart as you want them to be. I'm using this really small pen, so I want to keep them kind of close. But I also want to make sure that I can still sort of see these inside pencil lines that I have drawn. Trust me, this really inside one is going to end up disappearing. And then we'll have a whole new problem, but that's okay. It'll be all right. So see, we just got to getting today. I'm here to remind you that our giveaway is coming up at the end of the week on Saturday. So if you want to participate in the giveaway, I encourage you to make sure that your subscription is active because it is a subscribers only giveaway. And there is tons of stuff going in this giveaway. Like a lot of stuff. We have albums and coloring books and pens and Ember Lily paint and just tons and tons of stuff. I'm really excited about it. We're going to carry these lines all the way to the edge. All the way to the edge. So if I had to guess, I would guess that there is at least $200 worth of stuff in this giveaway. At least. Like, I haven't actually gone to tally it up. But, yeah. And the more subscribers we have, the more funds we have to use in our giveaway. So if you would like to see more things in the giveaway, then I suggest you subscribe. And yes, I am working in my Inversions album today. Donna, is somebody trying to peer pressure you? You just have to be a subscriber. You just have to be a subscriber. You don't even have to be present to win. You just have to be a subscriber. It is part of our subscribers' perks, along with our secret subscribers only group. Yeah, as a subscriber, you're put into our secret group where we have even more fun. So everything is coming out from the center point. I suggest you use light pressure because we have 2 more layers to go coming out from the center point. Yes, you are included as long as you're a subscriber. You sure are. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I always enjoy our giveaway. It is a game of chance mixed with some community participation. You get a chance to help vote on who wins. You got to be careful because you could totally be voting yourself out of the. You can be totally voting yourself out of the giveaway. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's a good time, fun for a whole family. Hey, Cindy B, how you doing? So yes, you will definitely want to check your subscription and make sure that it's active through the end of the month. So I will be shutting down, I will be pulling our list at about 11 a.m. Central Time. So you'll want to make sure that it's active by then. Okay, so I know you can hardly see it, but you see this next line. That's the next line that we're pulling lines into. So we're starting from the center again, and we're pulling lines all the way to the edge of this next layer. So I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to pull lines into this next layer. Being careful with the middle there because it's going to have a lot of ink on it. But I'm going to pull my lines all the way to the edge of this next layer. Let me put it somewhere where you can see it too. Keep going around. Oh, yay! Thank you for the auto renewal. Now you won't miss a giveaway. You'll be included in all of them. I know, and because we are reaching kind of toward the end of the year, I know I want to do something special for November. I don't know what yet, though. Well, there you go, Deborah. I'm glad you're here. You are always welcome to grab a pen and paper and join us. Or just listen to the conversation. May not be much of conversation today. I don't know. I finally woke up feeling refreshed, though. My goodness. That was nice this morning. Felt like I woke up ready to annoy somebody today. I don't see that line anymore. So I'm just going to pretend. I'm going to pretend like I can see some sort of barrier line somewhere in this middle section. And I am just going to pull lines out to that section. Moving around in a circle. There. I think that's good enough. Hopefully we didn't go through the paper. I don't think we did, but no, we're good. Okay, we're good so far. So far, so good. There. That's what we've done here. So we're going to continue making those through here. And I didn't fill my page up with them. I might do that later, but for right now, I just left a few on the page. Like you're hanging with grown-ups. I'm glad you're here, Lindsay. But yeah, I was actually tired before that. I was probably delirious yesterday, on yesterday's live stream. That's probably where all the giggles came from. So yeah. And I can already see, look, I can already see that I put this dot anywhere but in the center. Go figure. So I'm just going to move our dot over. We're not going to talk about it. We're going to pretend like that didn't happen. And I'm going to fix it by drawing lines over it. So I'm going to pull lines all the way to this outer edge. It's okay. That little dot will be covered anyway. It'll be all right. All the way to the edge. And we're just going to keep pulling lines all the way to the edge. If they get a little wonky, that's okay. They don't have to be super neat. It'll be all right if they're not. It is Wednesday. How is everybody doing on this Wednesday? Oh my goodness. Half the week is gone already. And I am working in this album with this alcohol paper, and it's super nice. The ink flows really smoothly over this paper. And somebody brought it to my attention that my links weren't working properly, so they are fixed now. There's a couple of things that were out of stock, but for the most part, the links work. Oh, with a 4- and 5-year-old. How nice. I remember when mine were little. Well, hello from Melbourne, Australia. Oh, nice. You are in the future, Michelle. Tell me what tomorrow's like. I need to know. Is it better than today? I mean, today wasn't bad, but I need to know what the future holds. Michelle is going to tell me. So far, so good. That's good to know, Michelle. Good to know. I don't know what I would have done if you would have said like, it's not so great. Yeah, give us the winning lotto numbers. That's what we need. That's what we need. For sure. All right, so I'm pulling all the way to this edge. I know you can hardly see it, but this edge, and it's going to come back in and loop back up. So I'm following this outer line for this flower. If I can continue to see it. That's why I keep having to move my album. So we're going to make these on this page, and then we're going to invert them on the other page. And the next version is quite lovely as well. Oh, what millimeter? So I drew these little bitty flowers, so this is a 0.05 because these flowers were so little. I mean, you can see, like, there's my thumb. They're not very big. So I chose a really fine liner, a really small fine liner. I've drawn them bigger and used a bigger pen, and that was fine. All right, we have 2 layers to go, so you can see this pencil line in here for our next layer. So again, I'm going to draw out from the middle. Man, I see it better on my screen than I do on the paper. Okay, I'm going to come out from the center and draw these lines all the way up to that next section line, as long as I can see it. Cannot see it at all. So instead of starting from the center, just so that I can see that line, I'm starting from the edge of the line. But, you know, I can see it better on my camera screen than I can in front of my face. I'm just kind of pretending where it goes because I can't see it at all. So on the next page, Donna, we're going to be inverting it, and that's going to kind of be helpful. You'll be able to see the lines a lot better. And I've tried doing the littlest one first, and we can do that on the next one. I've tried doing the littlest one first, and I tore a hole in my paper. So that's why I decided not to do the little one first. And I know it shouldn't matter, but for whatever reason, it did. Like, consistently, it did. So that's the only reason I chose to start from the outside. Oh, that, and it is much easier to see these really long outside lines. They're much easier to see if you do them first. When you do them last, it gets hard to see where you've been. I know that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense when I say it out loud. But I'll give you a for instance. We'll do the next one that way. We'll start with the middle on the next one. All right, I've got to pretend like I know where the lines were for this next section without tearing a hole in my paper. Okay, that's good enough for me for this one. So for the next one, we will do the middle section first, and then we'll move on from there. So we will do the middle first. And it may be helpful with this paper because the last couple of times I did this, I did not use this paper. And I ended up tearing a hole in my paper consistently every time I did the middle first. But we'll see. Hey, Lindsay, how you doing? I'm so glad you're here. Oh, Angie, I'm glad you're here. All right, so we are using Donna's suggestion to do the inside section first. We'll see if we tear a hole in this paper. Now we can move out to the next section. So far, so good, Donna. Maybe paper type makes a difference. Because it was bad last time. It was bad. I was using like a mixed media paper, or I used a mixed media paper and a watercolor paper, and both times it ripped a hole in my paper. So maybe the difference in paper type will help. So we're pulling lines out from the middle. I cannot use watercolor on this paper. I can, however, use like water-soluble brush pens. I can use that. I haven't found a alcohol marker that I can use on this paper without it bleeding through, but I can certainly use like metallic markers. I can use water-soluble, like the Primrosa, like these, the Primrosa brush pens. I can use these. They work pretty great. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll do this first. We'll draw it all out, and then maybe we'll add color. Because I did want to do them in color, but I didn't necessarily want to do them in color in this album. I am using the Unipen 0.05. So I'm using something really, really fine because I drew these flowers kind of small. So if I had drawn these flowers, like if I had done one large one per side, I would have used a different size pen. Hope that helps. Thanks for the gifts, y'all. Hey, Jen, how you doing? Thanks, Sheila. All right. This is starting to get kind of heavy in here, but we're going to keep going. So we're going to pull lines all the way out to this far edge. Hey, thanks for the gifts. All the way out to this far edge. They don't have to be neat. They don't have to be consistently the same width apart. It'll be all right if they're not. Well, it'll be okay if I can show you what I'm doing. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You don't need a lot of instructions for this one. But I know me, it always bothers me when I see stuff starting to go off the page. Like, no, you need to drag it back over. It definitely does not have to be perfect. If it had to be perfect, then I should not be doing it. Seldom are my lines straight. My circles are never round. The midpoint is somewhere in here. Hey, Nixie, thanks for sharing out the live stream. Okay, I'm going to imagine where this goes because it didn't really connect, so I'm going to bring it back in because it got a little smaller up here. Oh, thanks for the love. You guys are just the sweetest. Hey, Tony. Okay, Donna, I'm glad that you asked about this because it has made a total difference on this paper. So maybe paper makes all the difference. Hey, Courtney, thank you. Thanks for joining. If you are just joining, let me know where you're joining from. We have people from all over the world, and it never ceases to amaze me. We have some people here who are in the future right now. They're already into tomorrow. Oh, Courtney from Mississippi. Hey, we're neighbors. I'm in South Louisiana. I am using a paper out of this sketchbook. It has Bristol alcohol paper in it. It has an alcohol coating. So it makes it nice and shiny. So you can see it's kind of shiny. Just outside Kansas City. Deborah from Tennessee. Soul from Colombia. Oh my goodness. Jen, I'm excited for you. I hope everything goes well. Oh, you have the same book. I love these books. I have several of them. From Illinois, oh my goodness, look at you guys. Seattle, Washington, Michigan, Northern New York, Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, see, from all over the place. I love it. It never ceases to amaze me. I love seeing where everybody's from. It makes me feel very connected. It makes the world, I don't know, it makes the world feel a little smaller. From the UK. Where did I get my pen? Courtney, check the link in my profile. You can find everything I'm using in there. You can click the link to shop art supplies and everything I'm using. It's all right there. North Dakota, Memphis, here in Livingston. Oh, we have a fellow Livingston, but in a different neck of the woods. I love it. Belgium. Oh my goodness. Jen, yeah, you need to try this paper. I love this paper. Love it, love it. Kipper from the East Coast. Kentucky. Oh, hey Brianna, how you doing from Kentucky? I love seeing where everybody's from. Oh, no kidding, Jen. That's funny. My husband listens to him too. Thank you, Donna. They're a little wonky right now. Yeah, my husband listens to that podcast too. Hey, Tatiana, how you doing? Look at all you guys showing up. I did not expect to be live today, but I had some time and thought, oh, why not? Oh, stuck in traffic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So yeah, Jen, he's from our neck of the woods, if you didn't know. That is where we're from. We're always like, do we know these people? Yeah. When he starts talking about people, yeah, do we know these people? So now you know. Oh, I will tell him. From Canada. Wow. Tony is watching Perfect Strangers again. Okay, where did you find it? Because when I was watching it, I had to struggle to hurry up and finish it because they were taking it down. San Antonio, Texas. Well, hey, Teresa, how you doing? All right, we're starting with the middle one first. Let me spin this around because I want to be able to see the comments too. Oh, thank you, Teresa. I love to laugh. It's my favorite thing. It's kind of like the movie Elf, you know, singing, which I do. I love to sing too. If I'm not laughing, I'm singing. With the goat herder cousin, yes. Yes, that one. All right, we're just pulling lines to the middle, or you can start with the middle and pull lines to the edge. If you're working on, so earlier today I worked on, I did this on watercolor paper and on mixed media paper, and I can tell you on both of those I tore holes in my paper from doing the center first. Just, you know. Cotton-headed Ninny Muggins. Freebie app. No kidding. Okay. All right. Well, Tony, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I was really surprised at how the funny still kind of held up. I was really surprised at how much I still laughed at it. You know, because I thought, oh, this is going to be cheesy. And I was pleasantly surprised. So, yeah, pleasantly surprised. All right, next section. We're pulling lines out all the way to the edge of the next section. That did not want to come out right. Oh, he went bye-bye and didn't bring you with him. Oh, no. Oh, that was a big huff. He didn't take you with him. Poor baby. Never gets any love. Poor darling. He just thinks he needs to go everywhere too. He likes to RIDE. Yeah. I usually take him to the post office with me. I don't take him very many places, but I take him to the post office with me. Because I feel like that's somewhere that, you know, I'm not going to be out of the car very long. I haven't taken him to the pet store in a while, and I should do that. I think he knows how to spell. He does, because every time I say that, he perks up. Like, now he's waiting at the door. Oh, my God. Now he's waiting at the door. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard. I don't know if you heard him huff a while ago. Oh, my goodness. He was not happy. For a dog, that's not my dog. He sure is a lot like my dog. He's not supposed to be mine. Oh, that's funny, Jen. Your dog can spell. I think Max can too. All right. Our next section, we're going to pull lines all the way out to this outer border area. All the way out. I know, Max. I heard a boy just now, too, and he didn't come get you. Poor darling. Nobody loves you. They just mistreat you. He is pitiful, y'all. You are the most pitiful. Thank you, sir. from the center all the way to this outer edge. Okay. Making sure I didn't overstep my boundary. All the way to this outer edge. Oh man, the center's there somewhere. It's hard to find. And if I wasn't live, I would just be yelling, "Hey boy!" And somebody generally comes in. In case you did not know, I have 4 boys. They are all grown now, but 3 of them still live at home. But anytime I yell, "Hey boy!" somebody enters. Somebody shows up. Hey, Angela Norton, how are you doing? Oh, Dream Artist is here too. Yes, are you painting the turtle? We want to know. I'd be terrified to do that. I'm horrible at adding color. So I'm really excited to see it done. I'm good, Angela. So earlier, Angela asked me how to find something through my Amazon links. So everything that we are using, if you go to the link in my profile, everything is there. You'll find art supplies. You'll find all kind of stuff. And I do stuff other than art too. So you'll find coffee supplies. You'll find yoga supplies. I do lots of things. So, but yeah, everything that you see me use here on TikTok, you'll find. That's right. You'll even find sheets. I think I had like a summer, I don't know, like my summer favorites or something like that. Because my husband is the human electric blanket. I have went on the great search for sheets that I won't sweat under. The struggle's real. So yeah. So there's lots and lots of stuff through the link in my profile. And it's all stuff that I have either used in the past. And just because I don't use it now doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it. It just means that I'm on to trying out other things because I'm kind of new to the art world. So I'm trying out supplies here and there. And the fun thing about trying out new supplies is that eventually I gather up a surplus of supplies and we have a general followers giveaway when I feel like I've built up enough supplies. So we give away like lightly used supplies. So we might have, a marker pack where we've used a couple of markers a couple of times just to test them out. So, yeah. I have missed this conversation. Hold on. Oh, Deborah, okay. Yours are 26, 24, 22, and 19. Mine are 27, 20-something, 20-something, and 22. One is about to have a birthday. I think he'll be turning 26. So they must be 27, about to be 26, 24, or 3. I don't remember. 23 or 24 and 22. Don't ever ask me how old my kids are. I'm really bad at this. Oh my gosh. It's just easier to say I had 4 kids in 5 years. Oh, okay. A Facebook debate. If you use a top sheet or just the fitted one. I use a top sheet. Weirdly enough, if you were to see the space that I live in, like generally, my own personal space, I always talk about the difference between me and my husband, right? My husband is extremely neat, extremely organized. Oh yeah, I use both a top sheet and a fitted sheet. Yes. But my husband is extremely neat and extremely organized. Like on his desk is literally his keyboard and a pad of paper and a pen, and that's it. And on my desk, you have to like shove stuff aside and swim through it to be able to see the monitor. Yeah, that's usually like, oh goodness. Okay. So I'll give you a little glimpse. Here's my big mess. Okay. Like this is looking good right now, but it's kind of a mess. But my husband is extremely neat. However, when it comes to how we sleep, the sheets for me have to be tucked in at the bottom. They have to be smooth and neat. There's nothing like getting into a bed with fresh, clean sheets. Oh my goodness. The comforter has to be just really neat, because if it comes up over my feet in the middle of the night, I'll wake up. Or if the sheet gets bunched up underneath the comforter, I'll wake up. I can't do it. Laura, you're finally in the secret group. I'm so excited. Now, however, my husband is the polar opposite. As neat as he is in everyday life, when he sleeps, it's like a tornado, like covers and sheets anywhere, everywhere. He could have like just a whole sheet wadded up like this, just at his neck or at his chest, and, you know, nothing on his legs. It's the craziest thing. Like, how do you sleep like this? Oh my goodness. I'm so glad it worked, Lori. Yes, you are now in the secret subscribers only group. Yes, Karmic Fruit, you got a sneak peek of my mess. It's actually looking kind of rough right now. It does usually look better than this, but it is looking a little rough right now. Yes, I have to go to bed with a made bed, like every evening before I crawl into bed. I have to smooth out the sheets, tuck them back in at the bottom, because inevitably my husband has had a nap during the day and sheets go everywhere. Like, it's a mess. So I always have to go fix them before I go back to bed. So yeah. Oh no, see, Viridian Maiden, nope, mine have to, my husband says the same thing. He says it bothers him when the sheet is tucked in at the bottom, and I can't like leave it loose, because then it starts to creep up. I've got to tuck that sucker in. Yep, flat and tight. So as messy as I am in everyday life, the sheets have to be just so, or else I'll wake up. Like, I wake up if the sheet comes up over my foot, I wake up. Especially if the sheet comes up over my foot, but the comforter's still good. No, I still wake up. I can't handle it. I cannot do it. And we digress. Your feet suffocate. Oh, look, all night long, it's like one leg out, drop back in, leg out, back in. Now it's hot. Now it's cold. Now it's hot. Just all night long. But that's probably because of the comforter that we're using right now. Yes, I had to go on the hunt for breathable sheets and a breathable comforter, because my husband is literally the human electric blanket. So that has been a challenge. And right now I don't have any of that stuff on my bed because my kids keep stealing my sheets. They keep stealing my sheets. Makes me upset. And if anybody walks into this conversation without context, questions are going to be all over the place. Yep, the two-legged furnace. I know. Oh no, Nixie. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think mine probably came from the fear of I don't know if we have any kids listening. I don't want to scare them. You know, those irrational fears. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah, I don't want to let imaginations run wild if we have if we have children listening. Oh my goodness. That so okay, Deb, that is me when my husband is away, or like if I'm at my mom and dad's visiting without my husband. So if I have a bed to myself, that is usually me. Like I don't move. The covers don't move. I wake up in the morning exactly like I went to bed. It is wonderful. So were the answers similar here, Angie? So I had the pleasant task of videoing my husband. He can fall asleep. Like you count to 10 and he's asleep. I don't know how he does it. But I had to video him for the doctor to listen to him snore. Because he had to ask me, he's like, do I snore? And I said, yes. And he says, how often? I'm like, every time you sleep. And he says, well, is it bad? And I'm like, well, describe bad. I said, sometimes it's not so bad. And then sometimes it literally sounds like you're eating air. And then you stop breathing. And then I have to punch you and say, breathe. Yeah. So I had the pleasant task of videoing that today. Deb, that would be my husband. That's how my husband sleeps. Yeah, I don't know if it's sleep apnea. I don't know if it's just fatty tissue. Like my husband isn't crazy overweight, but he has an autoimmune disease that gives him things like fatty liver, even though he's not overweight and stuff like that. So yeah, so he was talking about a sleep apnea machine, and he is very not looking forward to that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see if he has any alternatives, because that's not something he wants to do. I don't know why. It would probably change his life. But we'll see. We'll see what he decides. And of course, years ago, I had a sleep study done because I wasn't getting sleep. I was tired all the time. Just, unreasonably tired all the time, sleeping a lot. So I had a sleep study done, and lo and behold, I get there and it's the best night's sleep I had ever had. And they were like, yeah, we don't see the problem. Of course. I think maybe it has to do with my sleeping arrangements at home. Oh, gosh. All right, so we're carrying our lines out to the far edge of this. And then we're going to invert it on the other page. We're going to try not to tear a hole in our album. So I'm trying to apply really light pressure to the middle here. Mostly from dreams. Oh, my husband is the same way. He struggles with dreams. So he started putting, this is the craziest thing. He started putting, because he has a lot of pressure at work. So he has nightmares about work all the time. But he started putting headphones in at night and listening to like podcasts or stuff like that, right? The problem was, not necessarily for him, the problem was for me. The problem was he started listening to like true crime stuff. And I finally had to tell him, I was like, you have got to find something else to listen to because I can hear it. I can hear it through your headphones. And all I hear all night long is people screaming. You have got to change what you're listening to. It didn't seem to bother him one bit. But it sure gave me bad dreams. Yeah, my husband's snoring. I can't say that it keeps me awake, but it will wake me up. It'll wake me up, or I'll notice that his breathing pattern's real weird, and he'll stop breathing. And, you know, I'm like, then I gotta wait for him. I'm like, is he gonna breathe again? And I've gotta nudge him and, you know, shout at him, breathe! Then he gets mad at me. He huffs. I don't think he really remembers it. I think he sleeps through it. But yeah. Lori, aren't inversions fun? I know. That's what I said. It's apnea. And I know for a while I did that. I would stop breathing. But I don't do that so much anymore. We have a bed, like kind of like a, I hate to say like a hospital bed. Like, you know, you can raise the head or raise the feet. Yeah, we have one of those. And oh my God, it is a life changer. I had a lot of back issues for a while. And it seriously helped to be able to raise the feet up. Man, life changer. It's like one of those things, anytime I have to go to my mom and dad's and sleep flat, I'm like, oh, oh, here we go. So we'll see what happens. But that's what I was tasked with today, was videoing him while he slept. It was weird. But I kid you not, the man can fall asleep. Like, seriously, you count to 10 and his breathing pattern changes and he's out. He falls asleep really fast. He's a great napper. He'll set his alarm for like 15 minutes and literally get at least 14 of those minutes in sleep. I don't know how he does it. I'm an awful napper. He tells me that all the time. He's like, I tell you to take a nap, but you're a terrible napper. Because if I'm going to take a nap, you better leave me there for the next 4 hours until I wake up on my own, or else I'm going to be cranky and groggy and somebody you don't want to deal with. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the goop they use in your hair for sleep studies, I know. Oh, yay, Tatiana, finally tangling along. I'm so glad. Lori, I've described your husband. They are the same. Oh my gosh, Sophie's mom, he can fall asleep anywhere. I'm telling you, that's my husband too. He can fall asleep anywhere. He wasn't a Marine, but he's got sleeping down to, I mean, and it's an art. He used to do this thing where he would change his breathing pattern. So he would like inhale for a count of whatever and exhale for a count of whatever, right? And he would do this breath cycle thing and he would be out in seconds. It was amazing. Hey, Kendra, how you doing? I'm so glad you're here. And I've often thought about the sleep number, but we didn't do that. We went with, years and years and years ago, we did a Tempur-Pedic. And I loved it then. However, it is time for a new mattress because it's very old and there are two like body-shaped ruts in our mattress. It's just time for a new one. We tried because you can't flip a Tempur-Pedic. We have tried sleeping on opposite sides of the bed, and that was a no-go. And I tried spinning it so the head became the feet. Do not recommend. It lasted all of about an hour, and we both got up and were like, no, this will not work. Oh my gosh, I have not slept on a wetter bed in years and years and years. Okay, so here's our flower pattern here. We're going to invert this on the other page. So on this page, I am going to draw out another series of, just like we drew out a series of, I'm going to draw out another series on this page. So let me back you up a little bit. Hey, Sharon from New Zealand, how you doing? And Deb is going on a cruise. Oh my goodness, where are you cruising to, Deb? Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, there's a reason I moved y'all close. It's because you couldn't see. All right. There we go. So we're going to draw a little inner flower, a little inner petal. We're going to draw a wonky circle around that. And a wonky circle around that. And of course, I lost my, there we go. Wonky circle around that. Oh, through the Panama. Interesting. All right, we have a little circle. We have a wonky circle around that. And a wonky circle around that. We'll draw another little one up here. Little circle. Wonky circle. It waves a little bit, and wonky circle. So maybe this one's a little bit bigger. I don't know. I didn't have a real plan. They're just different sizes. Whatever. It'll work. Oh, wow. Hey, Anna, how you doing? I'm so glad you're here. I've been missing you. So we have a little circle, and we're going to draw a wonky circle around it, and another wonky circle around that. All right, that's 4. That's 4. We'll make one more over here. This will make 5. A little circle, a wonky circle, and another wonky circle. Now, we have 5 flowers on this side. We did 5 on this side. We're going to do 5 on this side. But we're going to invert it. So, last time we did the middle heavy. This time we're going to do the outside heavy. To do that, once again, we are going to start in the middle. And we're going to draw, how did I do this last time? Let me think. I'm trying to remember if I started on the outside or started on the inside. I'm pretty sure I started on the outside. I mean, not that there's a huge difference. It just helped me be able to see the things, the sections easier. So last time I started on the outside just so that I could see the section lines, because when I started on the inside, they got a little harder to see, but I think it'll be okay. Oh, Sharon, I'm so glad you're here. All right, so we'll try both. I don't know. We'll try both. I'm going to start on the outside for this one. So I'm just going to draw lines in this outer section. I'm really trying to remember how I did this. Did I pull them all the way through? Let me grab an extra sheet of paper and find out. All right, let me see what I did. Because I got to talking and then I don't remember what I did. But I am pretty certain I did that first. We did this, then we did this. Nope, that's not what I did. And then this. Yeah, okay. Yes, I did the outside section first. So I just pulled lines through this outside section. First. That's right, hop on the struggle bus. Oh, Mary, I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited. So for those of you who don't know, our subscribers, some of our subscribers decided to do a collaboration piece, like a mail out piece, where I put them in groups of 3 and I started a piece and mailed it out to them. And they get to add to it and send it on to the next person in a series of 3 people. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see how they add on to it and what they do with it. I can't wait to see them. So this is your friendly reminder that if you have a collaboration piece and it still needs to go to somebody else, add something to it and send it on. They've been waiting. We have some of y'all who have been patiently waiting. So yeah, I've been trying to keep it to smaller groups. One, because it's a smaller collaborative piece. They're pretty small. I tried to keep them small so that we could fit them inside of like just a card envelope if we needed to make them easier and cheaper to mail. That way you didn't have to fold them, all that kind of stuff. You didn't have to spend any extra on shipping, just a stamp. If you don't want to put it in a hard mailer, you can always just put it in a card and mail the card. So, yeah, but I'm excited to see how they are turning out. Sophie's mom, you were the first person. You were the first person in your group. I can see where that would be stressful. So we will start another round before too long. I might start at mid-October. That way it runs from mid-October to the beginning of December. Gives people a little bit more time because I know November and December get really, really busy. So I don't want to overwhelm people. But yeah, I think that might be what we do. We might run it from mid-October to the beginning of December for those of you who want to participate. That would give me time to start some pieces. Because what I did last time is I just grabbed pieces that weren't finished yet that I had already. Because I have got a whole collection going of finished pieces and unfinished pieces and pieces I can send out as thank you cards and all kind of stuff. Maybe so. Okay, so New Zealand, Sharon, our collaborative pieces go out to subscribers. And for those of you who live overseas, if there is anybody else in your area, then I put you in a group. But if there's not, then I just mail a piece to you that is just yours. It's just between you and me. And that way, we don't have to worry about how much shipping is and how long it takes to get there and all that good stuff. So, yeah, that's generally how that works. But it is for subscribers only. It's part of our secret subscribers only group. We do that there. We also have, which I need to add to, we have collaborative pieces that you can download and work on, if you want to work on it on your own, or if you want to work on it like as a digital media, you can do that too. If you're using your iPad or using some kind of digital form. You can do that. So it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. So far, Tatiana, I don't have anybody in Canada. Yeah, I don't have anybody else in Canada. But if there's anybody here from Canada who wants to subscribe and do a collaboration piece with me and Tatiana, hey, we're all in. Tatiana says, I'll wait. That's funny because I'm used to leading like small groups and things like that. And when we ask for help for something, people usually avert their eyes when they don't want to do something, right? So I was always known for just saying, not everybody look away at once. And it's okay. I can wait. Somebody's going to help. It's okay. I can wait. We all want to go home at some point. It's okay. I can wait. All right. Now we are going to pull from the edge down to this next border section. I hear you, buddy. They are just being awful to you. I know. Leaving without you. Not playing with you. I know it. Shame on them. They should be ashamed of themselves. Oh, goodness. The church secretary. Yeah, the struggle to find volunteers. What do they say? 20% of the people do 80% of the work. Sophie's mom, I know. They're just being awful to this baby. Not paying him any attention. I don't know why they would treat him that way. He is a mess. So we're going to have a really dark outer edge this go round. I know, poor precious baby. I know it. They should be ashamed. I am going to have to put him on the other side of the door. Gonna have to put him on the other side of the door. He likes it in here. He can see out the window. The window's really low to the ground. And he has a full clear view of everything outside. Can I show the other page in comparison? Sure. There you go. So that's what we have going on. So we're going to have, we had a really dark inner area. We're going to have a really dark outer area this time. They should know better than to just leave you. So our lines here are going to kind of cross each other. So you can see here they don't flow together. They kind of cross each other. And I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm sure that might bother some people, but I'm okay with that. I just keep moving my lines more or less toward the center point. They don't always end up that way, but more or less is what I try to do. Probably usually less than more. I don't know what that means exactly, but I like this pattern too. It's pretty easy. The real challenge is not tearing a hole in your paper. That's the real challenge. Just don't tear a hole in your paper. Oh man. And then sometimes I miss the mark. But that's okay. There's going to be enough lines in here that nobody's going to know. Well, hey, Jimmy Blackwell, how are you doing? Thank you for the gift. All right, so we have one section left to do. The big challenge here is going to be not to put your lines too close together here. I usually let these lines become a little heavier and farther apart, just so that the middle doesn't look as heavy as the rest. Okay, Emily, I will explain the other page. The other page is just the opposite of what we just did. So instead of starting on the outside, we started on the inside, and we kept growing them out from there. So let me finish this one, and I'll show you what I mean. But they're pretty easy. The hardest part is trying to keep this somewhere where you can see it and where I can see it too. All right. So here's what we did. On this other page, we drew our sections. It's just 3 sections. And we started from the middle. And we filled in the first section, and then we started from the middle again and pulled lines all the way out to the second section, and then started from the middle again and pulled lines all the way out to the end so that it's darker in the middle. On this side, we're doing the opposite. We're pulling lines through the outer section, so we're starting from the outside border, pulling in, and then the next row is from this outside section to this next border, all the way around. Then the next section is from the outside or from the middle, whichever end you want to start from, but it moves all the way to the middle. Hey, Christy Colley, how you doing? Oh, a wood grain effect. That would be really cool, too. That would be super cool. It makes you think of a space wormhole. A little bit. My husband says, it looks like the Eye of Sauron. I said, no, it doesn't. It looks nothing like that. What kind of paper do I like? I use all kinds of things. This is a Bristol alcohol paper, so you see it's shiny. As a matter of fact, let me turn my other light on. It's starting to get dark outside. This is a little shiny, but I also use cheap watercolor paper, and I also use. I'm looking for it right now. I also use handmade paper, which I really like. So here's just like the cheap, if I can get it. Come on, paper. cheap watercolor paper. Cheap watercolor paper. It's real thin, but you know, it serves its purpose. Cheap watercolor paper. And I also use, here's the fall leaves that we did the other day. I also use a handmade paper that I really like. It's got a good texture to it. It's a watercolor paper. You can see the texture on the back as well. It's a watercolor paper. So we used watercolor there, and we used gel pens here for this one and a little bit of watercolor. So yeah, I use all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I like Bristol too. This is it has an alcohol coating on it. It's thin paper, and I don't suggest getting it wet. But certainly, like my Primrosia, these are water soluble, like watercolor brushes, kind of like. They're water soluble. They work pretty well on this paper. I haven't yet found an alcohol marker that I like on this paper, but it all bleeds through. But I certainly haven't had a problem with things like these Sunshiler markers. They're metallic. I haven't had a problem with that. I haven't had a problem with the flare pens. It's a felt tip from Papermate. They're just felt tip pens. I haven't had a problem with that bleeding through. I haven't had a problem with Jelly Roll. Works just fine on this paper. The fine liners are beautiful on this paper. They're really smooth. It just makes the ink really glide smoothly. And for me, like, I've noticed that it also makes my pens last a little bit longer. Okay, I have not done much with. I used to scrapbook with vellum, but I haven't actually done a lot of drawing on vellum. So Kipper, the Jelly Roll pens work great for black paper as well. I'm trying to see if here it is. I was gonna say I had a black album somewhere. I might be able to show you that. I don't know if I have a Jelly Roll black. I don't have anything in this album. I must have taken it out of this album. Oh, no, here it is. No, that's not it. So this is just the white Jelly Roll and metallic marker. But yeah, most alcohol markers tend to bleed through everything. But so that's what those are the things I haven't had a problem with. So I hope that helps. And I don't know what I did. I had like a Jelly Roll black paper that I did, but I don't know where I put it. So we're starting from the outside of this section and working our way in. And I'm going to have to put old Max on the other side of this door. He is on one tonight. I hear you, buddy. Let me put him on the other side of the door. Come on. Come on. Go see who's here. There. Now he's happy. My husband came in with groceries. He had to go see. Grayscale paper. That sounds interesting. I've never seen that. Grayscale paper. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. I've been looking for new products to test, so that might be something. That might be something to look at. They're light colors, but doesn't show up on black paper. Yeah, some of them, usually if they show up on black paper, they will say it shows up on black paper. Like they'll call that out. So usually if it doesn't say, I don't trust it. So I have some products coming in tomorrow that we're going to test out. I don't know if they'll be here before our live stream, but we'll be testing them out soon. Gray paper you get on Amazon, any store. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to look into this gray paper. So we're just moving lines through each section, imagining that they're moving toward the middle. And they don't have to be super neat. What time am I live tomorrow? I should be here about noon Central Time. Is usually when I go live. I'm usually here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and today was just, surprise. Well, hello from Singapore. I'm so glad you're here. And hey, as a subscriber, I'm going to tell you what, as a subscriber, because I know some of you mentioned, you'll be at work or busy during those times. For our subscribers, our live streams live on in our secret subscribers only group. So we have lots of perks for our subscribers. We have the giveaway coming up at the end of the month on Saturday. That is also for subscribers only. We have our live streams that live on in our group. We have, what else do we have? We have the collaborative piece that goes out. And we just have, we have people in our group that are a wealth of information. They are fantastic human beings. I'm reading, let's see, Strapmore is a good paper also. Good to know. All right, I'm gonna have to keep my eyes open for those. All right, so again, we're starting from the outside edge and carrying lines all the way down to this next border. Imagining that they move toward the center. And if you are just joining, let me know where you're joining from. I love seeing where everybody's from. We have people from all over the world. Here in our group. And as far as our giveaway, it doesn't matter where in the world you are. As long as you're a subscriber. You don't even have to be present to win. You just have to be a subscriber. But we're going to have a special live stream on Saturday to draw a winner for our subscribers only giveaway. Hey Jess, how you doing? Hey, has anybody heard from SJ? I haven't seen SJ in a little while. Ooh, you're actually off this weekend. Yay. Aw, Jess, I love hearing stuff like that. Thank you. We are just filling up space here. I thought it would be fun to make an inversion together, something easy. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Focus, focus. Or not. Don't listen to me. Fine. Technology and me, we are not good friends. Anything with an electric current in it. My husband, on the other hand, anytime I have a problem with something, he literally just comes and stands next to it, and he's like, I don't see the problem. It was working just fine. Ooh, mining for diamonds. Where at? Where are you mining for diamonds on Sunday? I've thought about doing that before, too. New York. Okay. Well, that would make sense that they're Herkimer diamonds. Well, hi from Berlin. How are you doing? All right, we're starting from the outside edge and we're bringing it all the way to this center point. All the way down to the middle. They're quartz crystals. Oh, okay. I am struggling here with this. There we go. My potted plant is in the way, but I dare not move it. My mother-in-law gave me this Christmas cactus last year, and so far it is thriving, and I'm afraid to look at it sideways. My time here is about 6:30, and I am located in South Louisiana. It is still very, very warm here. Everybody is gearing up for fall, and I'm just like, man, we still sweating. Oh, he must have forgot something. He's leaving again. Must have forgot something. Oh, Deb, I wish I was better with plants, but I'm not. I have plants from funerals, and I let these people know. My mother gave me this huge peace lily from my grandmother's funeral, and I was like, do not leave that here. Don't do it. And she says, there's two of them. I'm going to leave you with the big one. I was like, please don't. And she left it, and I kid you not, that sucker was in such bad shape, it ended up being about 3 inches tall, one little stalk. And so I finally just put it in a corner, and I don't look at it anymore. And let's see, right now it has about 3 new stalk shoots on it, like 3 of the roots on it. And it's, I don't know, better than what it was. So I just don't look at it. It stays over there, and every now and again I give it water. Water every 2 to 3 days. Okay, but Tatiana, here's the deal. People say this, right? They just say, just water it. And I'm like, okay, I think you underestimate me. Because I still have questions. Such as, how much water? No kidding, your niece lives in Breaux Bridge. Oh, no kidding, I'm not far from there. Well, small world. There you go. Small world. That kind of plant drinks a lot. You say that. But I'm telling you, I water it, and it is no more. Part of me wonders if it's our water. I started watering them with filtered water. I know that sounds bougie, but I seriously wonder if it's the water in our area. Let it sit in a deep container full of water for 10 minutes, then drain. See, mine is better not watered. But I live in a very humid place too. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. Because yeah, the more I watered it, the worse off it got. And I didn't know if it was the water in our area or how much water I gave it. Because, nobody really gives you instructions other than water it. I'm like, that doesn't mean anything to me. How much water? A gallon? A cup? A teaspoon? I need to know. Only water when it gets droopy. So that's what I've been doing. About every, week, 2 weeks, something like that, I go look at it. And I also put one of those small water bulbs in it so that it gets some kind of, moisture to its roots. I'm telling you, Tatiana, if I water it more than that, it looks weird, and it starts to, like, leaves start to get yucky. Not dry, but like yucky. And then they start to fall off, and then it just looks rotten, and it's bad. So I don't know if it's just because we live in a really humid place. And when I say really humid, I mean like I have to run a dehumidifier in here and empty the bucket at least once a day, if not twice a day. It's really humid here. Even with the drought that we've been having, it's really humid here. Well, doggone it, I can't get my pen to touch the page. There we go. So things like, I've been growing a lot of succulents, and surprisingly, I have to water them more than I thought I would. But for things like air plants, in our area, we just throw them outside. We never have to do anything to them. Yeah, we have really big mosquitoes. We do. And they are here all year long. It's awful. That and horseflies. The horseflies here are pretty nasty. And I don't know which I'd rather, mosquitoes or gnats. I don't know. I mean, they're both a nuisance, but yes, the mosquito is the state bird. What is a needle bird? I've never heard of this. What is a needle bird? Or is that what you're calling, a mosquito? The needlework. Yeah, we usually have to have notices about, like, empty out all containers that have standing water, blah, blah, blah. Oh, how nice. No bugs. Is that all it takes is moving to Canada? The quality of the pen. So right now I'm using Unipen. I've used Micron, Stettler, Unipen. I've used a fountain pen from Tom Studio. And I can tell you, out of the waterproof, because fountain pen ink is not waterproof, out of the waterproof pens that I have used, like Micron, Stettler, Unipen, they all flow really nicely over this page, but Unipen has dried the fastest. So this is on this Bristol alcohol paper. See, it's shiny. For waterproof ink, it tends to stand on the page for just a hot second until the paper starts to absorb it. So you've got to let it dry for a second. But with these Unipens, they dry really fast on here. I've been really surprised. Summer's like 3 months. Oh, summer's forever here. Sometimes we're in shorts for summer. I mean, for Christmas. You just never know. And Halloween is like, it's up in the air. You just never know for Halloween. Either you're going to be sweating or you're going to be in a coat. You're going to get like a cold snap. You just never know. So yeah, we just have to be prepared, which kind of bites because it means that all of our clothes, normally you have like seasonal clothes, right? No, our seasonal clothes remain to be shorts, a pair of blue jeans, as long as you have a pair of blue jeans, and short sleeve shirts and a jacket. That's like year round. I've always enjoyed watching movies where, Halloween movies where the kids are in their Halloween costumes and people are in their sweaters and, all this stuff. And I've always wished, I don't know who lives that way, where this is located. But I would love a fall season. We don't have that here. We have like a good day of fall. As you can tell, you can hear the air conditioner in the background. That's still running. So, yeah. That'll probably be running through November. And everybody says we're in for a really cold winter. So, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I'm believing that yet. No kidding. 95 degrees in North Carolina. Wow. We haven't even come into fall yet. It's just miserably hot all the time. And our leaves don't change colors. So this has been weird. I can remember when I was growing up, we didn't have leaves that changed colors. They just all turned brown and fell off. For the trees that lost their leaves. Because we have a lot of pine trees. We have a lot of things like that. But for the trees that lost their leaves, they just turned brown and fell off. But in the last 10 years, I have been noticing more and more colors in our area. And I don't know if people have been planting trees that are not native to this area. But I've been curious about it, because I have been noticing more and more colors as the fall season. You can go through 4 seasons. Yeah, you can go through 4 seasons in one day here too. Yep. Oh, I would love to see. So I have a friend who moved to Nashville, And for the fall, I always tell her, like, send me pictures of trees. This fall will make 1 year since that she's lived there. And so I need to remind her. I need to check on her, see how she's doing, and remind her to send me pictures of trees. But my mom and dad live in a place where they have seasons, and fall is just beautiful. We were supposed to go visit them for like the changing of the leaves, and my husband's schedule did not cooperate, so we're going later than that. So I'm going to miss the leaves this year. Yep, my parents just moved from Northwest Arkansas into Missouri. Oh my gosh, I could not even imagine the Blue Ridge during the changing of the seasons. That would be incredible. Incredible. So I have driven some of the Blue Ridge through North Carolina. And I was very, very surprised to see, we stopped at Grandfather Mountain. And this mountain makes like this peninsula. You get to the peninsula by a suspension bridge. And there's no rails. Like on the bridge there's rails, but on the peninsula itself there's nothing. There's no rails, there's no nothing. And I'm watching this lady with her toddler who's got to be 2-3 years old. And she's just letting him run around. Just run around. And I'm like, lady, are you insane? There is nothing. Nothing. Like I couldn't, I had to lay down and like slither my way toward the edge. I can't even say I got to the edge. I was terrified. But it is beautiful. If you ever have the chance to drive any of the Blue Ridge, do it. It is beautiful. And I haven't been paying attention, so I probably put too many lines in here. That's okay. It'll be all right. Oh, I am sure, Dream Artist, I'm sure I'm going to love it. I love when my mom posts photos of the changing leaves. She'll send me things from time to time. Pictures of her yard or pictures of, her street. And she does like to call me, she does like to call me when the season changes and say, how hot is it there? And I'll say, oh my God, air conditioning's still going. It's hot. And she'll say, it's 72 degrees here. So then I just have to wait for the winter to roll around when it's snowing there, and I'll call her and I'll say, how cold is it there? And she'll go, the power's out. It's so cold. And I'll say, it's 72 degrees here. Yeah, it's great fun. So this is how our inversion is coming along. We started on the inside on this page and worked our way out. And we've started on the outside on this page and worked our way in. So yeah, it's coming along. I wish I would have made them bigger. So I'll show you, I did this earlier on just a regular paper. I have a regular paper album that I kind of practice things in. And I did larger versions of this, and I'll show you what that looks like. So this is what it looks like in the larger format. So we worked from the inside out and from the outside in. So you can definitely see the sections much better here than in the smaller versions on this paper. You can still sort of see them, but the middle still gets heavy, I think, because we're doing smaller flowers. So, well, that and I'm talking. I do, Lindsay. I get my revenge whenever it ices over for my mom. I'm like, yeah, how you doing now? Yep, that's usually when I get my revenge. All right, we have these last two left. So I'm going to do this outside section, and I think I'm going to keep them kind of close together because I really want this outside section to be heavy. So I'm going to keep my lines kind of close together. You'll take North Dakota snow over Montana ice any day. Okay, so Lindsay, this is the first time that they will be in Missouri for the winter, which they're honestly not that far from where they previously lived, but they are farther north. So we'll see what happens. I told them the street that they live on, you get to the top of the hill and it comes to a T. And instead of you go to the top of the hill, and at the top of the hill, the road comes to a T. And instead of you get to the top of the hill and a stop sign so that the other road can flow through, no. You get to the top of the hill, and the road that crosses has a stop sign on either side. And I told my dad, I said, that's because... I said, that's because there is no stopping at the top of this hill when everything ices over. There's no stopping. You just keep going. Yeah, it was kind of weird. I was like, that's weird that they would put the stop signs like this. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So who has good weather right now? Who is below 70 degrees right now? I would love to know if you are below 70 degrees right now. Oh, yeah, there's no stopping on flat roads. We have nothing. Our roads are nothing but flat here. There's like, if there were no trees, you could see forever, I'm sure. The biggest hills we have are the overpass. Oh, 71 in Georgia. Oh, 52. My goodness. 42 is the low for Pistol Pete. Ooh. Nice. 57 in New York. Oh, my goodness. 69 in Iowa. God, I'm jealous. Look at y'all. Ooh, Deb. Woo. In the 60s. Nice. We can't even open our windows yet. It's just hot. 68 in Kentucky. I am so jealous. So we're supposed to be going to see my mom and dad in November. And I keep wondering, like, okay, what clothes am I going to have to bring? I am in southern Louisiana, and it's just hot here. It's always hot here. It stays hot here. Until it's not hot. And then it's like wet, bone-chilling cold. Because when it does turn cold here, it's usually raining. And it's awful. It might snow tomorrow, or it could be 90. I love it. Yeah. Ours is just guaranteed to be warm. We have had snow a few times. Every, 10 years or so, we get snow, and then people laugh at us because everything shuts down. Like, we'll get snow or we'll get ice. And everything shuts down, and I have to tell them, yeah, but you don't understand. We're not equipped. Like, we can't clear the road. We don't have equipment to go salt the road or to go clear the road for snow. Like, we can't do that. So we're just stuck. It would be kind of like if the rest of the country had as much rain as we have. My mom finds it funny that when they moved to Arkansas from South Louisiana, people would talk about, oh, it's raining so bad today. And she's like, what are you talking about? I don't even have to turn my windshield wipers on. It's not that bad. Like, you haven't seen rain until you have to pull over because you can't see the car in front of you. Yeah. So we're used to driving in a lot of water, not in a lot of snow. That's right. See, Lindsay's got the snow equipment up there. Yeah, there's no shoveling. Going on a cruise in January. Woohoo! How nice. We used to vacation to colder climates in the winter. So, like, the beginning of December is usually when we would take our family vacation. And I'll say this. The beginning of December, we would go to Tennessee and vacation there, or it was like one extreme or the other. We would either go to Tennessee and vacation there and get some cold weather, or we would travel to Florida. Like when our kids were little, we took our kids to Disney and Universal and all that stuff, right? But we would go in December because it's cooler. I don't know how people go to Orlando in the middle of summer. I don't know how they do it. It is so hot. So we would go the beginning of December. And not only were there was hardly any crowd, which was nice. Like, everything was decorated for Christmas. It was so nice. The weather was tolerable. Or we would go to, like, Tennessee somewhere and experience some cold weather. Well, colder weather. Qualify that. Some colder weather than what we were used to. And we enjoyed it. We had a good time. I've never taken a cruise that didn't sail out of New Orleans. So you'll have to let me know how that goes. You're ending your cruise in Orlando. Let me know how that works out. Interesting. Man, how long is your cruise, Deb? That seems like that would be a long cruise. I mean, I could be wrong, but that seems like it would be a long cruise. Hey, Nancy, how you doing? Gosh, golly, 15 days. Wow. My son, for a while, so we went on a cruise in 2019. And my youngest son plays, he writes music, he plays guitar, all that good stuff, right? And he was convinced that he wanted to work on a cruise ship, which I was not opposed to. But he was like, Mom, I thought it through. He says, I wouldn't need a car, so I wouldn't need car insurance. I wouldn't need to pay rent, I wouldn't have to buy my food. I wouldn't have to, he says, and I get to hone my skill because I can't go anywhere. Like he had seriously thought that through. And then COVID hit. And I was like, oh man. So yeah, poor guy. I keep trying to tell him, like, it's not too late. You could still do that. It's not too late. If that's really what you want to do. But he had connected with an artist on the cruise ship that we were on. He connected with a musician there, and that musician would like let him play during the break time. She would let him have her, because she was a solo artist, so she would let him have the stage during her break time, and he would play. So it was a lot of fun. We had a good time on that cruise. Oh, thanks, Angie. Oh, how is schooling going? Oh, from Nebraska. Well, hello from Nebraska. Okay, right, Sophie's mom, I know. On a cruise for 15 days, I know. I know what I would be doing all day long. Yes, I know what I would be doing all day long. That, and I'd probably know everybody on the boat by the time we were done. I don't know a stranger. Specific places to put the lines. No, so what I did is I drew out 3 sections. And I did this for both pages. On this page, I did the 3 sections, and I started from the middle and just did lines in the first section, then lines from the middle to the second section, then lines from the middle to the third section. And now I'm doing the opposite. I'm moving from the outside to the inside. So I'm doing lines on the outside section, then lines from the outside to through the next section, and then the last go round will be lines from the outside all the way to the middle, to kind of make a sort of inversion. And I'm using the Unipin 0.05 only because I made these flowers so small. So I decided to use a really thin fine liner. But if you're making them larger, you could certainly use a larger pin. So yeah. But I wanted to put them in this Inversions album that so far is still dedicated to inversions. We'll see how it goes. But so far so good. I know you'd think they look the same. Well, it's because because we're starting on the outside ring is going to be heavier on these. We started on the inside on the opposite page, so that means the middlemost section is going to be heavier. So it just stands to reason that right now the outside section of these has more lines in it than any of the other sections. So the middle section will have fewer lines, and then the innermost section will have fewer lines. But because they're so small, this middle section is just too small to have any space in it for example, let me pull this back a little bit. So I did these larger, and so you can see that innermost section has space in it to show that it has fewer lines. So, but because I drew them smaller on this page, we don't quite get that effect. So, do I have a recommendation for paper? It's really what you like. I really like this Bristol alcohol paper, but it does take some getting used to. Some people like it, some people don't like it. So I think it comes down to personal preference a lot of times. But I like it. My pens last longer on it. The ink flows really smoothly on it. That's just kind of my preference. I do like it. I also like, I was gifted this handmade album. It's from Amazon, but the paper in it is handmade paper. So I was gifted this album, and I absolutely love it. So it has this handmade paper in it, which I have in a smaller loose form, like I have single sheets of this paper. So somebody sent me an album with this paper in it, and it's handmade paper. And you can do all kinds of stuff in it, like we did some watercolor in it. I've done some alcohol marker in it. Now the alcohol marker still bleeds through the back of it, but it is what it is. I've also done some line drawing in it. And who does this look like? This was not intentional. It's just the more lines I drew, the more it looked this way. And I was like, oh, look at that. It's Max. But it wasn't intended. So, yeah. It's Max. Max is a mix of a mix of Great Dane and Blue Heeler. So he's got a really long face. And he's tall. And he's speckled like a Blue Heeler. But yeah, it gave him a really long face. So normally a Great Dane has a large head, kind of a long face, but a large head. But Max he still has the long face of the Blue Heeler, just a large body. And he's a sweetheart. He would tell you he's just a baby. I'm just a baby. That's what he would tell you. And then every so often we have neighbors that have a Great Dane, like a big Great Dane. And sometimes we babysit. And his name is Bruce, and he is the funniest thing ever. Like, he thinks, he can sit beside you on the couch. And the little sliver of space that you have left for him. You will squeeze his body in there. Oh my gosh. He's quite funny. So Max enjoys when Bruce comes over because they can run together. And Bruce can keep up with Max. But Max is so fast. Everything you draw just gets smeared. Yeah, I have a habit of working right to left instead of left to right. So I understand your dilemma there. Well, hello, Kim from Kentucky. I'm so glad you're here. All right, so we're pulling lines from either from the outside to the middle or from the middle to the outside. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to kind of try to keep them a little farther apart. So that we see fewer lines in the middle. We'll see if I can manage to make this effect this time, since I drew this a little smaller. Nova Scotia, Canada. How are you doing? What is that circle thing called? It is called the Helix Circle Maker. Hang on, I had it right here. I had it right here to be able to show you. And here it is. I know it's a mess up here right now. It is called the Helix Circle Maker. If you struggle to use a compass, like I do, then it makes circles. You put your pen in, it makes angles and circles, so you can measure it. So if you want a 1-inch circle, you put your pen at the 1-inch mark and you turn it. And mine is a little sticky right now. You turn it and it makes a 1-inch circle. Or you can use the little circles down here. You can make straight lines using the line maker. And then it's got your protractor on the outside for your degrees, so that you can make angles and such. So it's really cool. We have one going in our giveaway at the end of the month for our subscribers. It is a secret. It's a secret. It's not a secret. It's a subscribers only giveaway, where our subscribers are entered to win lots and lots of products, one of which is the Helix Circle Maker. Our subscribers are also sent to the secret subscribers only group, where our live streams live on. And we do lots of fun, nifty things there, like collaborative pieces and just fun stuff. We just have fun there in that group. You get to know me a little bit better. I get to know you a little bit better. And it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy our subscribers group. So if you have been looking for community, I would suggest joining our subscribers group. Subscribe. Join the group. It's a lot of fun. Well, hi, Ruthie. How are you doing? Ooh, a helix and new tiles. Good job. Hey, while I'm thinking about it, there are lots and lots of art supplies in the link on my profile. I would encourage you, if you are shopping Amazon in any kind of way, there's also a Temu link there too. But if you are shopping Amazon in any kind of way, whether you're looking for art supplies, I told somebody today, I'm like, I don't care if you're buying bed sheets in a what did I tell her? Bed sheets in a blender. I don't care. Go check out the link in my profile. But everything that we use here, everything that you see me use is linked, whether it's to Amazon or things like Ember Lily. Ember Lily has a link on my website as well. I don't have any commissions from that, but I just really love Ember Lily paint. And she puts up with my shenanigans, when I try to showcase her paint and just end up making a mess. Ember Lily is also one of our subscribers, by the way. She subscribed late in the game last month. But I've always loved Ember Lily paint, and she really puts up with my shenanigans. The running joke right now is, do not send to me. She makes holographic iridescent paint, watercolor, and she also makes eyeshadow as of recently. And so the running joke is to send me eyeshadow, and I'm like, please do not, do not, because I would not be able to control myself. Oh my gosh! And yes, she has some on sale right now. That is correct. Oh my gosh. Hey, if you're buying toilet bowl cleaner, I'm telling you, go click one of the art supply links. Just do it. Just trust me. Just do it. Just click one of the art supply links, get to Amazon, and then buy whatever you want to buy. I'm just encouraging you. I have some goals that I'm trying to meet for next month. And every click through these links helps. So I'm just saying, go click the links, go do the things, click the buttons. and get to Amazon, and then you can buy whatever you want, whether it's toilet bowl cleaner, bed sheets, broomsticks. I don't care. Yeah, it doesn't have to be what's actually in the link, but you might find something that you like there. You never know. We're going to be testing out some new products this coming month, and I'm really, really excited about that. Aw, thanks, Ashley. You should see me in the subscribers group. In the subscribers group, it's much easier for me to make a video real quick than it is to type it all out and, post a picture and all that junk. So I will usually just post a video, and there's no telling what I look like. I'm like, this is what I look like today. Here it is. Deal with it. So, yeah. Thank goodness for the eyelashes filter on TikTok. Oh my gosh. I'm going to tell you what. And if you're feeling really crummy, okay, here's a little secret for you guys. If you are feeling really crummy, you don't have to post it, but go to TikTok. Imagine, just pretend that you're going to make a video, but use the cartoon filter. You can thank me later. Oh my gosh. Like, it is the most amazing thing they could have ever done. It makes me feel fabulous, like a fairy tale princess cartoon. I can stare at myself all day. It's really sad. But it's like when I turn this filter on, I can't stop staring. I feel like I look incredible. So yeah, just trust me. If you're having a crummy day, put on the cartoon filter, and you can thank me later. You'll enjoy it. Or, the last time I saw my mom and dad, I turned a bunch of those crazy filters on and videoed my dad enjoying his coffee, and he didn't know that I was videoing anything, and I didn't post it anywhere. It was just for me personally. And I still laugh at it. I still laugh at it because he has no clue. He still doesn't know. And it just makes it funnier for me. Yeah. But yes, check out the cartoon filter. You won't be disappointed. And if you are disappointed, I need to know. I need to know what disappointed you about it. And I am secretly thinking about, for our subscribers only group, I'm secretly thinking about doing a Facebook Live. We have a restorative yoga class on Thursday and on Friday. And I was thinking about doing a Facebook Live just for those two, one of those two events. Just to say, hey, you don't have to do this with me, but if you would like to lay on the floor for a little while, because restorative yoga is where it's at, man. It's the least amount of effort. It's a good stretch with the least amount of effort. And I love teaching restorative yoga. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I thought about doing a Facebook live stream just for that. So I don't know. Maybe that'll happen. I don't know. We'll see. And then, you could join me or not. That doesn't matter. You can see all the other things that I do. Any tips on using the Primrosea markers? Okay. I usually suggest coloring first. Like, I usually color a little. Okay. Oh, back up. Rewind. Start over. First of all, what paper are you using? Well, let's start there. What paper are you using? 2, I usually color in small quantities and then wet it with a paintbrush. So I don't do a whole page and then wet it. Like, I do a little bit at a time and then wet it. How does one sign up for your yoga class? Oh, girl. Okay. Seriously, I just thought about doing a Facebook Live for our subscribers only. I was going to live stream it. So I was going to give you a heads up tomorrow. I'm going to post about it. I have a class tomorrow and I have a class Friday. I don't know which one. I'm thinking about, I was thinking about live streaming the class for tomorrow rather than the one for Friday, because the room that I use on Fridays is very echoey. So I thought about live streaming tomorrow's class because it'll be at a different location. It'll be at our gym. So it's at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow, Central Time. So there's that. But I honestly thought about live streaming it and then saving the live stream to the group. Just to say, hey, if you ever want to give this a whirl, here it is for you to enjoy at your leisure. Take it or leave it. It doesn't matter to me. So yeah, even if nobody's there tomorrow, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you check it out for a few minutes and decide if it's not for you. That's okay too. It'll be all right. Or if you just want to check it out and then say, no, I'll do this later. What do I recommend for markers? Watercolor paper. If any time that you're going to add water to it, I always recommend watercolor paper. That is my suggestion. But that is just my suggestion. So I can tell you there are people in our subscribers group who would probably know better than me. And I am going to try out some new markers. I'm trying out some new products this month. They're coming in tomorrow, but they may not come in time for our live stream. To get going with something. So restorative yoga is... it's a different kind of class. I always tell people it's a great place to start because it's the least amount of effort. It really is about kind of regrouping, and it's a big stretch, but it's a great way to kind of refocus. And it's just a great place to start because you're not, feeling like you're gonna pass out. Oh, Karina's, thank you for the subscription. Yay, we have a new Inky. Okay, here's what you need to do. This is very, 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 very important. It is much easier for you to find me than it is for me to go hunt you down. I need you, even if you do it right at this moment, go right at this moment and do this. I need you to go message me right here on TikTok and say, I need the link. I'll know what you're talking about. So I am going to need you to do that for me. And then when I'm finished with this live stream, I will send you the link to our subscribers only group. It's a secret place. It's the secret subscribers only group. The only way to get in is to become a subscriber. But yeah, I'm thinking about live streaming our yoga class tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. And if you don't get to join, that's okay. It'll be free for you. You're a subscriber. So yeah. I'll have to remember to bring all the things because I'll have to set up from 2 different devices. Oh, Sophie's mom. Oh my gosh. I thought, okay, so we have people who would come to class sometimes and bring their either grandkids or kids, and I mean like elementary age or younger. And y'all, it is the sweetest moments to see, like, we had this one lady who would bring her grandson, and he must have been 7, maybe. And most of the class he would play on his iPad or whatever, right? But he always knew at the end of class, that is the part that he waited for, was the end of class. I would pass out peppermint towels, and he would grab a mat. Like, we'd have a mat ready for him. He'd grab a mat. He'd lay down on his mat, and he'd be ready for his peppermint towel. And he would, like, snuggle up to his grandma, or they would hold hands. It was the cutest thing ever, and I really, really miss them. Haven't seen her in a little while. Our gym has been on the move. Our gym is called Movement. And I feel like our gym has been on the move ever since, like, 2016. We've been moving all over the place. But our gym has just been in transition from one place to another due to, various circumstances. So it's been interesting. But, yeah, I haven't seen her in a little while because we transitioned out of the building that we were into the local high school. And I haven't seen her since we were at the high school. So we're now in another space of our own. But I have not done yoga with baby goats or with puppies, only because I would love to do yoga with puppies, not necessarily with goats, because I don't want them to pee on my mat. That's about it. Oh my gosh, if I could be guaranteed that a baby goat would not pee on my mat, I'd do it. But, I mean, I can't be guaranteed that a puppy won't pee on my mat too, but, puppy breath sure is cute. I don't know. Yeah. I would just have to be guaranteed that, it wouldn't pee or poop on my mat. That would really bum me out, man. That would really bum me out. I mean, my mat is not the cleanest. Max likes to sit on my mat. He's so funny. I have an extra long mat, and so he likes to sit on the back of my mat while I practice. He'll just sit there. Oh yeah, definitely there's no focus. If it was like goat yoga or puppy yoga, there's no focus. No. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Me too. I'd be like, and I don't care what you do at this point. I'm busy cuddling this puppy. So, you do what you want to do. Definitely. Definitely. That would be me too. Too busy cuddling. Or being really jealous if I had no puppy on my mat. Like, I think I would just be jealous. So I have a funny story for you. This is my downward dog. I love it. Cuddles puppy. I have a funny story for you when it comes to yoga. So I told my sister-in-law that I would watch my nephew while she went to the doctor one day. And she says, but don't you have class? I said, yeah, it'll be fine. I'll bring him with me. It'll be fine. Like, the ladies who are in my class, on that particular morning, like, they know. They all have kids and grandkids. It'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be busy. We'll keep him busy. It'll be fine, right? It'll be great. And for the most part, it was. I had no problems out of him until, like, you're doing some pose where, you either have to bend over or something, right? We're doing downward facing dog or something. And he comes up behind me, and he must have been about 3 years old, pushing 4, maybe, close to 4. He comes up behind me, and I told my sister-in-law the best way I could describe it was that I was credit carded. And she goes, what do you mean? I said, how you would use a credit card? And she starts to giggle. And I said, but it was the chip kind. It wasn't the swipe kind. Uh-huh. So she's trying to imagine this, and I said, just ask him. Just go tell him to do it to your husband. Tell him to do to your husband what he did to me today. So he goes up to his dad, and I said, now show Dad what you did to me today. And he takes his hand just flat. Credit cards. It was the funniest thing ever. And that phrase has kind of stuck. Like, at least you weren't credit carded. The chip kind. Not the swipe. I think the swipe might have been better. I don't know. I don't want to find out, but yeah, there's that. At least it wasn't, at least you didn't have that experience. Oh my gosh. So yeah, there's that. So now we know when you bring a 3, almost 4-year-old to yoga, just don't bend over. Which, it was all going nicely because, for the most part, I was a jungle gym. So, he just climbed all over me, which was fine until I put him down or until he decided to, get down and do his own thing. And his own thing involved a credit card hand. Yes, it was invasive. Oh my gosh. He's a mess. Smart. Oh my goodness. This little guy is smart. He is now 5. He just started kindergarten. Smart. This little boy is smart. Let me tell you what. He and my husband, they have fantastic conversations about space lately. He is fascinated with space. I think he's going to be an astronaut for Halloween. And he's just fascinated with space. He's fascinated with traveling to other planets. Just, things in space. I remember they had this conversation a couple of weeks ago about the speed of light. And he's convinced that something has to go faster than the speed of light. So they're having this conversation, and suddenly he says, so if this is the speed of light, what is the speed of darkness? And I was like, oh my God, I don't think he realizes just how deep that question is. Yes, this is the YouTube kiddo. This is, oh my goodness. We keep telling him he needs to learn to read and write. And then, I don't know, somebody brought up, well, doesn't he know how to do voice to text? And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is brilliant. He can look up all the space questions now. Yeah, he's hilarious. But he'll just hand the iPad and he's like, look this up. Type this in. That's what he says. Type this in. So we just tell him he needs to hurry up and learn to read and write. He's going to be very smart, and I hope that it doesn't get him into trouble. My husband is very smart, but knew how to stay out of trouble. However, some of the people that he was in school with were very, very intelligent and did not know how to stay out of trouble. So here we are with our, hey Pam, how you doing? Here we are with our inversions. We did middle section first, growing outward on this page. And on this other page, we did outward sections moving in. And I think we got better at it by these 2. These 3, I was busy talking, and we're going to ignore them. They don't exist. So yeah, I think these 2, we got the hang of it here. So there you go. There's our inversions. What do you think? I kind of like it. Something simple, something easy. Now I just need to put more of them on the page. Will that happen? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. But something super, super easy. You just have to be careful with these. If you're using... I had used mixed media paper and watercolor paper and ended up putting holes in my paper with these. These weren't so much of a problem, but these, because it was a constant start from the middle, it rubbed a hole in the paper. So, but I certainly didn't have that problem with this paper, which is, it has a Bristol alcohol coating on it. So I certainly didn't have that problem with this paper. Didn't have a problem with it bleeding through. You can see the other page. Didn't have a problem with it bleeding through. It looks nice and fine. I need to finish that other page, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. So there's that. But yeah, here's our inversion. I think it came out pretty nice. Now I just need to finish filling up the page. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad that you were here this evening. If you want to see this live stream again, or you want to join us for yoga tomorrow, or you want to join in on a collaborative piece, then subscribe. If you want to join in on the giveaway that's happening Saturday, ooh, thanks for the paper crane. If you want to join in on the giveaway that's happening Saturday, subscribe, because it is for subscribers only. The rest of the world can have some fun helping choose who our winner's going to be, but the winner only comes from our subscribers list. So if you want to participate in the giveaway happening Saturday, that is going to include an album like this. It's going to include our Helix Circle Maker. It's also going to include a watercolor album like this, along with some fantastic Ember Lily paint. I'll show you the Ember Lily paint. That Ember Lily had a birthday yesterday and donated some paint, and this is it. She donated the Mermaid and the Celestial collection, so that's going to go to one of our lucky winners. She also donated a mini pan set of the Mermaid collection for a runner-up. So we will have a runner-up for Ember Lily. So yeah, I know, it's time for giveaway number 2 already. Can you believe it? On Saturday. But lots of supplies going in. I mean, this is just seriously, this is just a few items of many, many, many items going to one special winner from our subscribers group. So it'll be amazing. It'll be amazing. The yoga class. Oh, okay. Our subscribers, I'm going to do a I'm going to live stream a restorative yoga class tomorrow for our subscribers only. If not tomorrow, then Friday. I got to make sure that it's okay with the gym, but normally that's not an issue. I mean, you know. So yeah, but I'll post about that in the morning. So if you want to be a part of the yoga class, if you want to sample that and be part of that, it's for subscribers only. And if you enjoy it, maybe we'll do more of them. I would prefer to do it tomorrow than Friday, only because the room that I teach out of on Fridays has a larger echo to it. So it gets kind of hard to hear in there sometimes. But that's what's going on. So yeah, it's basically a free yoga class. Our subscribers have lots of perks. So yeah, I was thinking about doing a once a month yoga class, and I'll just let the live stream live on. I'll make a special album for it, and we'll let the live stream live on in there. That way, if you want to practice it again and again, you can. It'll be cool. So yay! Alrighty, you guys. So yes, even as a subscriber, even if you don't get to see the live stream, it'll live on in the subscribers only group. So don't worry about if you miss the yoga class. It'll be fine. It'll live on in there. So yeah. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me and participating in our inversion today. We did an inversion on paper. We did inversions today in yoga class for this morning. That was a lot of fun. But we did it on paper here, so yay. Thank you for joining me. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thanks for those who subscribed today. I appreciate you. If you want to participate in the giveaway on Saturday, make sure that your subscription is up to date and active. I will be pulling that subscribers list at 11 a.m. Central Time, so you want to make sure that your subscription is active before Saturday morning, because I will be pulling that list Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Central Time, and we're going to start our giveaway right at about noon Central Time on Saturday. You don't have to be present to win. You just have to be a subscriber. Yay! So thank you for joining me right here. We will be here again tomorrow about noon Central Time. I don't know what we're doing yet. It's always a surprise to me, too. I usually hit the live button and figure it out from there. So maybe we'll play with some Primrose markers tomorrow. Or if our products are in that we're testing, then maybe we will play with those. I am located in southern Louisiana. It is currently 7:36 p.m. here. So yeah, I am located in southern Louisiana. It's hot, it's humid. It's what I'm used to. Oh my goodness, from Australia. Yay. My goodness. Okay, remind me, NSW, is it? Oh, snap. I wrote this down. Patrina, I wrote this down and I don't remember what it means. Because in my head I want to say New South Wales and I'm like, that is not right. Oh my goodness. Karina's, how many states have you been to? Are you serious? I got it right. It's New South Wales. Woohoo! All right. Yay! I can't believe I got that right. That's a first. Usually I get it wrong and the wrong thing comes out of my mouth and then it's stuck that way. That's just what it is from now on. So, many. I love that you have been to many states. I've been to many states too, and there are still many that I want to go to. So, yeah. Anyway, my husband has said dinner is done. So, for those of you who don't know, my husband cooks. I married a fantastic man. He cooks much better than I do. That is why he cooks. Because he would like to eat good food. So, I know, right? He is a fantastic man, let me tell you. But he has said dinner is done, so I'm going to go get dinner while it's hot. But I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday or Thursday if you're living in the future. For those of you who are already into Thursday. I will probably post the tutorials on this, yes. I just don't know when, but they will eventually be there, yes. So, yes. So, Patrina, I see you here often. How are you doing? How are you doing, Patrina from Australia? And Julie is here. Hi, Julie. I'm so glad you're here. Love it. Well, you guys, if you're thinking about the giveaway on Saturday, make sure that you subscribe before Saturday morning, because I will be pulling our subscribers list on Saturday morning. So make sure that you subscribe before then. You'll be entered into the giveaway for lots and lots of supplies. Following and subscribing are different. There is a little there's a little star with a little ring around it. It's usually beside your comment bar. You want to make sure, I also have one on my page. You want to make sure that you hit the subscription button. It is different from following. So yes, if you want to participate in the giveaway, make sure that you are subscribing before Saturday morning. I'm going to be pulling our subscribers list, and then at noon Central Time on Saturday, we are going to start our giveaway. It is a mix of a game of chance mixed with community participation, and it is a lot of fun. So hope to see you there, and I will see you tomorrow at noon Central Time. So fun stuff. I don't know what we're doing yet, but we'll play with something. So yay! All right, y'all, good night. Have a great evening. Until I see you again, I will bid you farewell until next time. Bye-bye now.